My mama said addiction runs like a kazoo vine in my family tree. That preacher said it'll be my death, but I can't quit you for the life of me. When you walk in 10 out of 10 times out of 10, I'm a hell of a mess. I want to taste your cookie.
Alright, so we're finally back, as you can see here. You're probably wondering why the truck's already back together. That's a whole story in itself. I figured I might as well pull the camera out wide. As you can see, there's already LED bulbs in here. And that's the reverse. And this is also a good time to clean your shit out. Because there's so much fucking dirt in here. I don't even think I have a place to mount. So alright, so I have the old taillight out. It's a piece of shit. The top piece, bulb thingy, is loose. Like, the plastic red piece is literally loose. Not even in there right. It moves around. But, yeah. These are outdated. I think they look pretty good, I'm going to be honest, with the LEDs in them. I had these LEDs in them. They're actually pretty nice bulbs. I don't know why I had duct tape on it. Or paint it, or electrical tape. I can't remember why I did that. But, this headlight obviously has a resistor, or you know what I'm trying to say, taillight has a resistor piece for the mini LEDs. There's a circuit board behind these LEDs obviously, and it has this resistor, so I have to find a place to mount it, which I'll probably mount it like in this back corner here or something. But what I'm gonna do right now is grab a microfiber rag and clean all this shit out. That's what you should do every time, you got the access and the area to, clean it. Pretty smart. Just clean this shit out. I'm going to mount this back up, and then it should be a plug and play with these here. These two should go into these two harnesses. This is the middle one. I made sure I left that bulb out and left this bulb in until I plug it into the bottom one. And then this is your reverse. The reverse does stay in because there actually is an insert for the reverse. It doesn't come with a reverse built in. So, yeah. I might get the circuit wrong. I might get it backwards. We'll see what happens. If it does, it shouldn't hurt it. But I'll put a camera on it and look at it from there. But yeah, old LEDs are out. And new ones are going to be in 1 second. So I will get back to y'all when I clean that out and put this back in. And I'll do a comparison with the side-by-side. But I'll put these side-by-side on here. And you can already tell a huge difference by how clear this lens is compared to this one. This one is definitely old and had its time. These taillights have actually been in the truck since I bought it. And I think these were the only aftermarket part that was on my truck when I bought it. So yeah, and then everybody copied me, and got the same taillights as me because they said, oh shit, it looks good with some LEDs in it. So yeah, everybody copied me, and then these just came out. These are actually new. I was wanting these to come out for the longest time. That everybody was begging a company to make these C-bar type taillights with the multiple LEDs in them for the longest time, for the first gen Tundras, and they finally came out with it. So yeah, we're gonna get these put in. The only reason why it took me so long to put these in is because these were gonna get color matched, and they were sitting at my buddy's house for about half a year, and he couldn't get the lens off of it. And I know there is a way you can do it. I just don't have time right now. So whenever I feel like it, I'll probably send them off somewhere else to get color matched. So but for right now, I'm not worried about it. I got bigger things in life to worry about than that. For right now, we'll just freshen the truck up a little bit, give it a different look. And I also do have the centerpiece for the bed here. For the tailgate, you probably realized that I was missing the centerpiece for the longest time. And that was also sitting at my buddy's house there. So it's not in the perfect condition. I mean, the paint's kind of rough on it, blah, 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 whatever. But yeah, so I'm going to get the taillights in first. I'll do a side-by-side comparison when I get the side in, like I said, and then that will be the last thing I do. I got to put my tag lights in and cut the zip ties that are holding my tag on right now, and then put the new screws in it for it. So we'll do that in 1 second. But yeah, like I said, I'll be back in 1 second. Alright, so my dumbass just had a dumbass moment, but it is kind of hard to do this because I'm kind of holding the taillight up, and because I already mounted the resistor right there in the corner. But so when you're putting these in, the way you figure which one goes into which is basically you're gonna have a connector that has 2 prongs in it. So as you can see, there's one in each corner, those brass pieces, and then the other one is gonna have 4. So as you can see, that one has 4. This one over here has 2. Alright, so your connectors here, one of them has 4, and then the other one has only 2. So as you can see, there's one on this side and one on the other side, and that's it. So the one that has 2 obviously goes into 2, the one that has 2 goes into 4, and my dumbass, of course, put it in the wrong way this first time. So yeah, that's just a little tip for when you're putting these in. You're like, what the fuck? Because my running light wasn't working, but my brake light was working, and it was on the wrong thing. Thank God it didn't blow anything. But yeah, so I'm gonna fix that real quick. All right, so this is the side-by-side with the tailgate closed, and I wanted to do this with the tailgate closed because that's kind of how you get a general idea of how everything else looks. And I'm gonna be honest with you, these kind of got me hooked. I ain't even gonna cap. These I kind of like a lot. Like, that looks really, really good. That's a daytime running light for the rear, and then this is going to be the other one. Obviously, it's just a normal, the brake light. But that looks sick. And then you come over to this is the side by side. Looks cool. I'm gonna do a comparison with the hazards on too. Kind of weird difference, but the fog light or the hazard on this side is flashing the bottom, and this is obviously going to be flashing the brake light. Looks good.